Designing a car is a bit problematic. It doesn't matter how functional it is, if it looks terrible, you're cooked. Concept cars are the playgrounds for innovation, meaning that designers often push the envelope with their looks and features. Unfortunately, this can go in two different ways. Either you could end up with a thing of beauty that's fondly remembered, or you could end up with whatever this is. It's like when Homer Simpson designed a vehicle so outrageous that it bankrupted his brother Erb's company. In this video, you'll get to see cars that'll put it to shame. We're talking about concept cars so bizarre, they'd make a kangaroo on a trampoline look sensible. There are cars on this list that can fly, glide on water, and even resemble the ancient pyramids. Here are the 10 weirdest concept cars in automotive history. Number 10, 2019 Lexus LF30 electrified. Lexus surprised us with the LFA, a car so bonkers that they almost lost money on each one. The LF division has unveiled many cars since then, each more futuristic than the last. The 2019 LF30 is an example of one such vehicle. It looked insane with its sleek and aggressive styling, full of angles. It got a modified version from the famous Lexus grille that also satisfied the electric powertrain's cooling needs. Gull-wing doors open to a cockpit that seems plucked from the set of a sci-fi epic. Tech-wise, you got the goodies such as autonomous driving capabilities, in-wheel electric motors, gesture-based controls, and wireless charging. The future is upon us. Number 9, 1980 Citroën Carène. Imagine an acquaintance tells you that they have a car akin to the McLaren F1, and they pull up in one of these. While the 1980 Citroën Carène positions the driver in the center, the similarities end there. Its roof, no larger than an A3 sheet of paper, makes even its butterfly doors seem mundane. You can compare it to the pyramids of Giza, and no one would blame you. The French have a knack for extraordinary designs, so it's natural that their concept cars are absolutely mind-boggling. Number 8, 1956 General Motors Firebird 2. Travel back to the 50s, where cars like the 1956 GM Firebird 2 seemed lifted straight out of the Wacky Racers cartoon. It looked like a jet and was even powered by a WorldFire GT304 jet engine. The power output was 200 horsepower, an exceptionally high number back then. But more importantly, it idled around 15,000 RPM, an unfathomable number even today. Many of its features can be found in the latest higher-end vehicles. These include a titanium body, independent suspension, quad-zone climate control, a rear-view camera, and the list goes on. Truly, a vehicle decades ahead of its time. Number 7, 1991 Isuzu Nagisa. Is it a car? Is it a boat? It's been 30 years and no one knows for sure. The 1991 Nagisa concept from Isuzu was just as ambiguous as it was amphibious. It was built to conquer Japan's traffic woes, as it allowed you to cruise through waters in case of a gridlock. However, it looks silly, and despite the 3.2-liter V6, it could only go up to 62 miles per hour. The safety considerations are unknown, and simple things like if the brakes will rust quickly. Number 6, 1957 Aurora Safety Car. In 1957, the Aurora Safety Car was unveiled as the world's first ever experimental safety vehicle. It was the brainchild of Father Alfred A. Juliano, a priest who loved automotive design. It had a padded instrument panel, a roll cage, a collapsible steering column, seat belts, swiveling seats, side impact bars, you name it. Even the spare tire was placed under the front end for added protection from crashes. Unfortunately, it was considered an abomination, and its unconventional looks, along with its questionable financing, led to the company's bankruptcy. The Aurora is a sobering reminder of society's preference for style over substance. Number 5, 1956 Buick Centurion. The 1956 Buick Centurion is another concept from the same era, yet it falls in the opposite end of the beauty spectrum. It has a fiberglass body and has cartoonish good looks, but maybe that's just due to the attractive color scheme for it. The Centurion has an aerodynamic body and is shaped like a turbine. The coolest part is the all-glass canopy roof, which provides an unobstructed view from inside the car. It is also considered the first car to have a backup camera in place of a rearview mirror, but we're not sure about its functionality. Either way, it's a relic from a time when Buick made good cars. Number 4, 1953 Alfa Romeo Alfa Bat Cars. Alfa Romeo has shown time and again that it's more of an artist than an automotive manufacturer. Even in the 50s, the company was unveiling beauties like the Berlina Aerodynamic Technica, or the Bat cars. However, there is a scientific element in the design, a collaboration between Alfa and Bertone. All three models were aerodynamically superb, with the Bat 7 boasting a drag coefficient of 0.19. For comparison, this is better than most aerodynamic cars in production today, including the McLaren Speedtail and the Tesla Model S. 70 years on, the Bat legacy endures, a testament of Alfa's visionary design. Number 3. 1980 Briggs & Stratton Hybrid. Long before the Mercedes G63 6x6 turned heads, a lawnmower company, Briggs & Stratton, created a six-wheeled hybrid marvel in 1980. It also made the car a hybrid, almost 2 decades before Toyota unveiled the mighty Prius. The praises end there, because in all honesty, it looked like a wedge of cheese with 6 wheels. Briggs & Stratton borrowed all sorts of components from other vehicles, except the additional pair of wheels, which they added themselves. The company gets 10 out of 10 for the pioneering effort, albeit lacking an aesthetic appeal. Number 2. 1980 Aston Martin Bulldog. Bulldogs are known for being bruisers, not lookers. Case in point is the Aston Martin concept. It looked like a preschooler's drawing of a supercar, shaped like a wedge, featuring gull-wing doors and all sorts of nonsense. However, under the hood, it had a twin-turbo V8 good for 650 horsepower, enabling it to reach up to 200 miles per hour. To be fair, the 80s were full of crazy-looking wedge-shaped supercars, and the Bulldog concept is quite subtle in comparison. Number 1. 1970 Ferrari Modulo. Here's a shocking statement. Not every Ferrari is a showstopper. Just take a look at the 1970 Modulo concept. It looks like a flying saucer with wheels attached to it. It has canopy doors and 24 holes on the engine cover. Thankfully, it is a true Ferrari under the hood. It is powered by a V12 that makes 550 horses, and it gives the Modulo a 0 to 60 acceleration time of 3 seconds and a top speed of 220 miles per hour. Despite not winning any beauty pageants, this car has inspired a whole generation of wedge-shaped supercars, and that's what makes it a true concept car. Concept cars are the avant-garde of the automotive world, where bold ideas and cutting-edge technology come to life. Looks are subjective, so you may like or dislike some of the aforementioned vehicles, but the fact of the matter is that their designers broke every mold and dared to dream beyond the ordinary. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you on the road.